Hello, Princess Caril. Hello, hello, hello. Say hi in the comments, everybody. This is my first live of the new year. I'm a bit late. So say hi if you want to. If you don't, that's fine too. I just want to make sure that the chat hasn't frozen. Aha, yeah. Simba, Cheshire, Melissa, Nikki, Shabby. Hello, my lovelies. How are you all? Oxonian, Oxfordshire. Oh, Belinda. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Shell. Hi, Fluffy. Hi. I'm sorry if I get your names wrong. Hi, Pia. Hi, David. I know you're not David. You're somebody else, but Pam, Robin, Sandra. Hi. Misa, love tea and therapy. Thank you very much. Hi, Mark. Fiona. Yes, I made a live. I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So hi, Tuppence. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Auntie. Hi, Howard. So how is everyone? Have you all had a good day? Let's get into the chat. Hi, Kiki. Glad you could make it. Hi, Kimmy from Wisconsin. What's the tea today? Is that what's the tea or what's for tea? I haven't had my tea yet. Well, I think most of us. Hi, Bluefish. I think most of us. Hi, Cara. Are going to be probably talking about the dastardly duo. Joe, you made it. Hello. Simba, new hair color. Well, no, it's not, but I'm lighting it. Get my words out. Lightening it. So ready for a new color to go on. So this is the result of it being a bit lighter. Gay, hi, from Oklahoma. Pauline, been in bed all day, not well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my love. I hope nothing serious. And I hope you get well soon. Christine from Florida. Hi, Nikki. Oh, Nikki. Oh my gosh, took my dog to the vet. She's torn a ligament. Oh no. I know how much that they are our babies. I know. Amzi, hello. Yes, Nicola, thank you. I'm doing well. I am doing well. Raya, hello. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry, because the chat, it freezes and then it goes really quickly and then I can't keep up with everything. So if I've missed you, I am really sorry. Serendipity, hello. Chrissy, hello. How sad am I? I bought a kid's colouring book and sat here colouring books. No, trust me. I actually have adult colouring books and I use those. So colouring's therapeutic. Shell Bell, the two of them are definitely a fascinating study in human nature and mental health. They are indeed. They are indeed. Paula, my friend Debbie. Hey, you got on here. My best friend is here, Debbie. Give her some love. Lynn, first time in a live chat. Is it? Well, welcome. Gay, did you see my post yesterday regarding persecution mania? Gay, no, I don't think I did. I might have missed that. Remind me if you put it in here. Margaret, hello. Deb, hi from Australia. Serendipity, I feel how we all go into rehab and get. Yes, I have a feeling that is going to be what is going to be happening. Persephone, is it Persephone? Hello, Ems and everyone. Well, yes, he will definitely need some reprogramming, that's for sure. Joe, I think I need to give up. No, I don't need to apologise, Joe. I think a lot of people probably, if they haven't, they probably resorted to it with the stress. Kate didn't know this was coming. No, it's a bit of an impromptu one, Kate. It was a bit of a surprise. So, ta-da, surprise. Electric shock therapy, it really works. Do places still do that? I don't know if they do that. Yeah. Nicola, have you tortured yourself and read Spare? I am partway through, and it is torture. I'm not gonna. I thought reading Revenge actually was hard enough, and hearing some of the things that he said, Tom Bauer had said, but this is awful, awful. Pippa, hey Pippa. Jodie, hello, my lovely. Yeah, so there's a lot of rumors circulating. I don't know if you guys are following a lot of things on like social media, but there is a lot of things happening. Seems to be a lot of things coming up that I'm noticing, almost like rumors, but I wonder if there's an element of truth to them, as in like they are going to be coming out. I don't know. Steph, hello from Maine, USA, Ems and friends. Oh, you got snow there, have you, Steph? Hello, Thora. Ranting Ryan, hi there. Recently happened upon your page while doing research about parasocial relationships. Your video on toxic celebrities and the fans who support them was very helpful. Oh, well, thank you, Ranting Ryan. I am glad it was helpful. Always happy that someone likes the videos. Kate, do you think the royal family is extending the olive branch just to get him inside the country? That's a difficult one because I think he's caused so much hurt and damage, but he's still family. So I don't know. Possibly there's been huge rumors about the circulation of a lot of money for the divorce settlement. And I said this before, that I think there's going to be a huge payout to keep her quiet. Nicola, Lady C says there's going to be a huge exposure for the gruesome twosome. Yes, and I wonder if it's to do with the surrogacy or the real mother, should I say. Because I've said all along that I don't, believe for 1 second that Archie is hers. I'm not even sure if I believe Lily exists at this point either. So that's just my theory. Serena, hello, my lovely, from Tasmania, Australia. Twitter is currently showing tons of pictures of someone on a yacht. Yes, I think that that's going to come out. I do wonder if there's a connection there. Ikuta, hi Ems, you look lovely. Love your hair this way. From Emily. Thank you very much, Emily. That's very kind of you. I am lightening it because I want to go a bit more of a brighter red. Ranting Ryan, I'm currently writing a movie related to these types of relationships, so I'm glad I found your page. Well done, and I hope that that's successful for you. Email me if you want any support, advice, or anything. I'm happy to help. Ellen, hello from Birmingham. I always forget AL. What's AL? Remind me again, somebody. I'm having a moment. So yeah, other people are seeing that their Lady C is going to be revealing some things. Lady C is right, she doesn't care. I think she's had enough. I think she's just got to that point where she's really had enough. I think most of us have. Robin, or Doria being in prison and not around. Yes, that could be it, Robin. Yes, there could be also. I feel they should just let it all out. I think they should just let it all out. It's, at the end of the day, if you are responsible for something and you are lying to cover it up, then especially when it's to do with the royal family, we have a right to know. We have a right to know the truth. And unfortunately, I dare say it, but I think the royal family are responsible as well for some things, not all things, but I think the covering up of a lot of things with Meghan, I think that's probably why we haven't heard some things, because they will then be responsible as well. So Tracy, why doesn't the royal family intervene? Because of all the interference in the United States. This is not a family matter. It's gone way past that. Well, we don't know. They're not. I mean, the thing is, Harry's a grown man, so I think there's only so much you can do. If he says that they haven't reached out to him, and I don't believe that to be true. I mean, maybe not now, but I think in the beginning, when it first started, even with after the Oprah thing. I think they probably tried, but he's probably given them a list of demands, and it's like, well, you know, do this and then I will type thing. But it's difficult because politically they can't get involved because they are apolitical. But I'm a little bit unsure why our government isn't getting involved, because this is now serious, very serious. So I don't really understand why the government are not stepping in and doing something. That I'm a little bit confused about. Enid, hello, my lovely. In the real world, just tap. Okay. Hi, Em. So nice to catch you live. When H&M divorced, can King Charles lay claim to Archie because he was born in the UK? Well, technically, yes. They are technically, I believe, the crown. Yes, he could. But I am of the opinion that I think that Archie's here anyway. I think Archie is here. Serendipity. Electric shock therapy is still used and much better than years ago. I'm a registered nurse, retired. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you. I did not know that, actually. Sassy, hello from America. Today is my birthday. Well, everyone wish Sassy a happy birthday. It is her birthday today, so happy birthday, and I hope you've had a lovely day so far. Lady C says the info came from the public, so it won't be about the kids, as the royal family would already know about that. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. William, I believe, will make a statement. Yes, most probably. Ranting Row, I'd love to video chat and interview you about it, possibly for my podcast. Yeah, definitely reach out. My email will be in the description box of this video once this has been uploaded. So definitely reach out to me. The whispers about the Yacht Girl days are getting a lot louder. Yes. And the surrogacy, I have noticed, that seems to be gaining a bit of traction again. I've seen quite a few videos and messages on social media about the surrogacy. I mean, it's always been there, but apparently there's rumours that journalists are now digging into this a little bit. So who knows? Robin, the whispers. No, I've just read that. Hello, Ems. Nice to see you. Patsy, nice to see you too. Fiona, they'll blame it all on the royal family. Yes, she will. She will. I mean, Harry already is anyway, but she will blame Harry, and she will blame Harry's family when the divorce happens. And I think this book is a setup as well. I do think that this is going to be grounds for divorce. The British royal family is probably waiting for their legal team to brief them. Yes. There's no trust there, no trust whatsoever with these two. So everything they do now, they have literally got to go through with a fine tooth comb. And when this divorce settlement happens, which it will, I think they will pay her an exponential amount to buy her silence, as in like for her to stop talking about the royal family, because they must know that even if a lot of the things that they talk about is all lies or embellished in some way, but she must know things, because Harry, let's face it, has probably told her things. He probably has pillow talk because he's trusted her, because he's a doofus. But, you know. Blessings Heavenly. Hello, Tea and Therapy, saying hello from DMV. Hello. Lisa, I heard that she's releasing her own docu called Unforgiven. Yeah, I saw something about that. I don't know whether that is real or not. I don't know. But I don't know. I think thing is, Meghan, as much as I've said before that I believe she is a narcissist, she's not completely stupid. I think she would wait till the dust would settle a little bit before she released anything. I don't think she'd release it now on the back of everything that's happening. Nikki, happy birthday to your son as well. Just catching up with the chat, sorry. Netflix just now announced the mockumentary is the highest ever, next to Tiger, on ITV. Yeah, but the thing is, what we've got to remember, guys, like even with Harry's book, of course, we knew that there was going to be high sales with the book. And let's face it, there's also, you know, the book sales were, a lot of them were discounted. There was a lot of free copies. So even though he sold an amount, doesn't mean to say that it was actually the original amount it went for. But we knew that people were going to watch it. And it just goes to show how it wasn't about them, because when the second one come out about the leaders, that didn't even go into the top 10 of Netflix. It didn't go anywhere. And they were used to promote that. People weren't interested. People watched that docu-series for one thing and one thing only, and that's for salacious gossip on the royal family. And that's all they're known for. Harry's book, and I said this in my video, I believe that book was released on purpose in Spain. I don't think for one second it was an accidental release date. They did it on purpose because they probably were watching social media and a lot of people were saying, we're not buying the book, not interested in the book. So they released one of the biggest stories in there, and suddenly book sales went up. So it was tactical. It was a tactical move. Petra, hello, my lovely, from Essex, not far from me. If surrogacy is proven, she'll claim the royal family made her do it to keep colour out of the gene pool. Yes, I would definitely say that if the surrogacy is released, the details on that, then yes, she will blame the royal family. And if it is what I think it is, if it's a surrogacy, she will use that, yes. But if it is the other thing, which I think could potentially be where Harry either got somebody pregnant, if these rumours are circulating that could be true, that he was unfaithful, then she will also blame the royal family on that, though she will say that they made her do it. And that could be potentially the blackmail, which is what I've said before. It's either Andrew or to do with the surrogacy, because that's why I believe she was doing the moon bump flashes. That to me was her basically going, I know the truth, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's my theory. But that's what I think happened. But she will blame, yeah. Caroline Allen, hello, my lovely friend. Sorry, the recent video from Bookworm 2, it's very disturbing how he has treated a couple of women. The title of it, Can This Be True? Yeah, I said this in my last video. I think that he's actually very misogynistic. I think he's actually quite dangerous towards women. There's a very dark underlining current with him that says to me that he's got some serious issues. And I think some of this even started before his mother passed away. I think, unfortunately, that was the catalyst. But I think this lack of respect was happening way before his mum passed away. You could kind of see it. He was unruly, brattish, didn't really listen to authority. He had issues even then. Then his mother passed away. And I think he's got this very hidden anger and something very dark underneath that. And he treats people terribly. Serendipity, can we send collective prayers and healing for Deb S, who is having surgery right now? She's in the bubble family. Yes, absolutely. We can all do that. So I hope that we can all send our thoughts and prayers to Deb S, that she has a good surgery and it all goes well. So fingers crossed for that. Joe, you never have to be sorry for swearing. I swear in my personal life a lot. My friend Deb, if she's still here, she'll agree with that. Ranting Ryan, I don't imagine we Americans would want Meghan back. So if the royal family gives her the boot, can she be sent to a remote island? Yeah, at this point, they're running out of places that want them. There's not many places that want these two. Wendler, Harry, I apologise. Hello from Norway. I've got the menopause. I get my words jumbled up, so please just bear with. Marita, yes, the book has gone down cheap already. Yeah, I think it did even before it was actually the release date. Didn't it only go down? Kirstine, only managed to join now. Well, better late than never, my lovely. Welcome. Tuppence, just shows you how much of a fix it all is. Yes, to be honest, yes. Tom Senior, Samantha and Junior will say she is barren in their video production. Well, that's the thing. There's so many things that are coming out in the fact that she, some saying that she couldn't have children, some saying that she froze her eggs, some saying that she's been pregnant before. There's lots of things, lots of things. Hello, Belinda from Mississippi. So yeah, I think Teresa, hello, my lovely. Yeah, Joe, I absolutely believe that Harry's always had issues. Hilda, hello. His father, Diana's dad, was vile, according to reports. Yes, I've also heard that. So there's definitely some darkness there for sure. Fiona, it's okay as we speak the same language. Been in the change for 7 years. Not 7 years. Don't tell me 7 years. Kimmy K, can we sign a petition for them to stay home? Can we sign a petition to send them to Mars? I think at this point. Hi, Chris. Simba, will M ever stop being the victim? I have a problem when I do not use it for attention. In all honesty, no. I don't think she ever will. She will keep doing what she's doing until she gets the desired result. So no, it's always going to be somebody else's fault. And yeah, and not everyone, a lot of us have been through things and don't act the way that she's acting. And let's be honest, really, what has she actually been through that's not of her own making? She's got 2 parents. Okay, yes, you can argue the fact that if Doria did go to prison, that's not great. Okay, of course it's not, but she's not the first person to ever have a parent that something's happened to. Harry's not the first child to ever lose a parent, even one that's a public figure. So, they always they seem to think they're the first of these things have only ever happened to them. Karen watched a fascinating video about Diana and her mother today. She left her mum in charge of her will, which is an interesting twist. They mentioned the very strong women in the Spencer family. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that either. I did not know that. Can the royal family not charge them for harassment and threats? Well, I imagine if they wanted to, they could. But can you imagine how that would play out? I think as much as I know a lot of people want the royal family to speak out, but I think this is the best course of action, because if you look at this logically, they have allowed, in a way, Harry and Meghan to damage themselves with no help from the royal family exposing anything. That Harry and Meghan, in their own ego and their own just continually wanting this victim narrative to be put out there, have inadvertently just thrown themselves under the bus, because their lies are being exposed, their changes of story is being exposed. The fact that now America, they have plummeted. I think Harry was something like 45 points. He's now -7. And I think Meghan's not far behind with 39 points in popularity. So the Americans, as much as they don't necessarily understand royalty, what they do understand is this is what I've been reading, is that they understand family. So to trash your family so publicly, that is what Americans have said. You know what? We draw the line with that. That's a low blow. Judy, I actually made a live chat late, of course, but here I am. Like I said, better late than never, my lovely. It's good to have you here. Joanne, if he is rotten to the core, we should use sage around them, or just pack some. But a sage and onion, Joanne, never helped anyone. I don't know what I was trying to say. I was trying to say something there. Never. Oh my God, honestly, the menopause, it's utterly ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous how I get everything jumbled up and I forget things that I'm trying to say. It's a worry that I actually function in life. Fiona, my friend is 71 and she still has the flushes. Ugh, really? Now, someone said to me about having soya. I think some lovely people in the comments have said, try soya. Now, I do have the black cohosh, that works, but soya. So I started taking soya, and I don't know whether it's placebo, but I have noticed my hot flushes have not been as severe. So fingers crossed, touch wood, hopefully. Tuppence, send them to Antarctica. There's no one to bother there. But yeah, but they might upset the penguins. Is it the penguins are in Antarctica? They might upset the penguins. Kooky, I am sorry I'm late. You don't need to apologise, my lovely. I'm glad to have you here. Sorry, just going back on the Wave Watcher. Harry's comments about chess pieces, the Taliban members he killed in Afghanistan, has threatened the security of the people of the Commonwealth. He should be banned from the Coronation. Yes. Now, I have heard that there is talk of potentially the Harry coming, not Meghan, Harry, but let's face it, I don't think he would go without Meghan. But they are to sign an NDA. But that doesn't, I agree with you, because that doesn't change the fact that they are now a liability, and where the security is going to have to be ramped up anyway. So I just think that personally, yeah, I think they should stay away. I think after this, because we've already got that awful, tragic death, and they have cited what, I mean, it's not, I mean, we're not going to blame Harry, because at the end of the day, Harry is not responsible for that, but he certainly hasn't helped the situation, because they've now cited what he said in the book. So it's having massive repercussions. And what's interesting to me is, where's the apology? Even if Harry, in his idiocy, thought that that was an okay thing to put in the book, after the backlash that's happened, why has he not come out and made a statement? Why has he not come out and said, I am so sorry if this has offended anybody? Nothing. The only thing we've had is, it's the press's fault. They've twisted everything. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. They've literally quoted what he's put in the book. You know, he's all up in arms, him and Meghan, about Jeremy Clarkson, but what he's done is far worse, and he's not even bothered to apologise. So it's just, they're just hypocrites. Leslie Ann, something happened in Liverpool and the media know about it. They are scared it's coming out. Oh, okay. I didn't know anything about that. Why doesn't the Oxonian, why doesn't the Raglan side of the family speak? Well, I mean, that could be because maybe they are decent people. Maybe in a way they are. I'm not saying the Markles, because at the end of the day, the Markles have been thrown to the wall. So I don't blame them for coming out and speaking. But Meghan doesn't even mention the Raglan side of the family. We only know of Doria. We know they exist, but she's never even so much as spoken about them. So it's possible that maybe that side of the family just don't want to get involved in the circus, because they've probably seen how much exposure the Markles have got, and how they've been ridiculed and vilified in the media. So they probably don't want to get involved in that. And I wouldn't blame them. Princess Kirill, does anyone know where MM is? Well, there's rumours that she's, because I've said that they're not living together. I don't believe they've been living together for the best part of a year. So I think that she's probably seen how badly Harry has train wrecked everything, and she's probably just gone to ground, because how embarrassing that it's now, where Harry's come out and said, well, we didn't say it was racist, because the royal family were racist, after collecting an award. So I'd imagine that she's humiliated, and so she's going to go to ground for a while, and then she's going to come back, and it's possible that that's why the divorce is happening. Maureen, hello, my lovely. That's okay. You can catch it up on replay when it goes, when I've uploaded it. Beverly, hello, my lovely. The royal family will have their day. Well, I think, you know, it's hundreds and hundreds of years old. So, you know, they've come across, I mean, you wouldn't think they've come across worse than this, but they have, and they will overcome it. They will overcome it. Revenge is a dish people of quality prefer cold. Yes, that's true. Marlene, hello, my lovely. Yes, I just thought I'd do a surprise live, as I haven't done one for a while. Yes, loyalty is everything. We do understand, yeah, and the British people do as well. We understand family and loyalty, and that, I think that's where they cross the line. And the things that he said about Camilla is just, I mean, it's bad enough what he said about William and his father, but Camilla, I mean, I feel very sorry for her. Serendipity. I listened to the Lost Beyond Pluto. A lawyer, Harry, has a target on his back now with a It doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me how idiotic that he thought that by saying what he said, there was going to be no repercussions. This is a man that has openly stated how much the media spin things, how much the media twist things and lie about things. I mean, we know that they're not great, but I think he's got an awful paranoia when it comes to the media. But so, like I said before in one of my videos, if he knew that, then you'd think that he would have been really mindful of what he put in that book and how it got past the editing and prints of press and everything else. I really don't know, because it was just such the most irresponsible, because when you are a public figure, you have a responsibility to your audience. And he's not just a public figure, he's the prince of a country. So he should have absolutely thought before opening that mouth of his. And then once he realized, and the backlash, the fact that he's not come out and done a huge apology really speaks volumes to the character that he is, because he's not only let his family down, he's let his military buddies down, he's let his country down. It's horrendous, and the fact that he said nothing is just shocking. Ellen, can there be legal implications if the royal family or prince knew the children were from a surrogate lying to the public? Well, yes, possibly, and I guess this is why we are not maybe ever going to hear about it. I don't know. But yes, because, and I think, and I hate to say it, but I don't know how the public will feel if this comes out, because these children have been put in the line of succession. So something is off with me. You know, even when I didn't watch all of their mocu-series, as people have called it, but a lot of the footage of the children were weird. It was weird. It was like you only saw the back or the side of their head. It's like the video looked weird. It was like a couple of times they were calling to Archie and he wouldn't even answer to his name. I'm sorry, but I know that a lot of people might say that, you know, because I've heard and I've read people going, yes, but Meghan put on weight. What people have to remember is she's an actress, and actresses for the dawn of time have used methods to gain weight quickly. And if you look at a lot of Meghan's weight gain, especially with Archie, she gained weight more so after the pregnancy, not necessarily before, leading up to. And there's just so many things that it just doesn't add up to me. But you know what? If I'm wrong, I'll be the first person to go, I was wrong. But I just don't think I am. Lisa, I read something today that said that King Charles III will never allow M an audience ever again, and that he may have summoned H to basically read him the Riot Act, not a reconciliation. I believe that. I believe that 100%. I absolutely believe that. I don't think that these two will ever be trusted, especially considering that he has exposed very personal conversations, private conversations, without their knowledge. And I definitely think that Meghan will never ever be trusted, ever. And I'll be lucky if I think we'll be lucky if we ever, not lucky, but we'll probably never see her in the UK. Maureen, glad to see these people are not falling for their BS anymore. Yes, do you know what? It's a long time coming, but I am really glad that the Americans are now starting to, and it's not the everyday Americans, let's be clear. They're not interested. They don't care about us little people. It is the Hollywood elite that they're interested in. And that is what is going to hurt them more, because the Hollywood elite are now literally turning their backs on them. And that is now what is going to be the biggest problem for them, because that's where, in a way, that's where their bread and butter is. That's where the big bucks are, because they're going to, you know, they would get invited to places. They're not going to get that now, and they weren't really getting it before. So, you know, I think that's where their issue is. Cynthia, it's a genetic impossibility to have two ginger children. The ginger gene is recessive, impossible. I agree. To have two red-headed children, even though if you look at Archie, some of the photos that come out of Archie, especially on Twitter, things that have been released, he's got a head of flaming red hair, and then in the docu-series it's brown, and then in other footage it's almost like a darky reddish brown. It's like this child changes his hair color, his face, just it changes all the time, and I just don't even believe that Lily is real. I'm sorry, I don't. I think they used, probably going to get in trouble for this, but I think they used a child actor or somebody else's child for the docu-series, because a baby, you can kind of get away with things. Now, I know a lot of people have said that the child looks like Lily, but we also looks like Meghan or Harry. But again, I'm sorry, but they have the money to mess things around in videos and photos. And I know that sounds conspiracy theorist, but if these children were real and they were just a normal, happy family, why are we not seeing them? Why are we not seeing them all together anywhere? Why is there no pap shot of them out as a family? There's nothing. You do not keep children this secretive for no reason. You just don't. It's unhealthy. There's just nothing. Nobody sees them ever. Not going to nursery, to school, out going shopping, Christmas, nothing. So I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. Serendipity, they have posters of Harry with a cross on his face. Ouch, that's not good. That's not good. Jade, I'm listening to a free audiobook on YouTube, Tom Bowers Revenge. Yeah, some lovely subscriber sent me a free copy of Harry's book because I refused to buy it. Joanne, never hurt anyone. Joe, I feel like I've missed something there, because I feel like you you tried to write something. So I've possibly missed something there. So just catching back up, sorry, because I'm a bit delayed. Hi, Millie. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, and that's serendipity. You're right. The whole thing with Courtney Cox's house. How can you expose an element of someone else's house? So now a lot of the elite will now think that they can't even be around them because they're of fear of anything being exposed. You know, the whole thing with them is about being secretive and private, and they've just exposed things that should not have been exposed. Yeah, and wouldn't surprise me if Courtney Cox doesn't sue him unless she's been okay with what he's put in there. Loopy Lou, I'm hoping it's the surrogacy. Anything else doesn't bear thinking about. Well, yes, true. Judy, Rachel will say the royal family made her use a surrogate due to not wanting to risk a dark. Yes, she will, and sadly, there'll be a lot of people that will believe it as well. So, I mean, there were rumours the fact that Oprah saw that she wasn't pregnant. So, how true that is, I don't know. Meghan Markle's father came out with proof that she had a hysterectomy. Honestly, hysterectomy at 29. Oh, see, I didn't know that. I'm so out of the loop. Sus says, anyone who's ever known anyone to become a parent can see that the Harkles don't have children. I agree. And they do not even act like parents. Harry, like I've said, I totally believe he's got arrested development. He's incredibly immature, and you've only got when you read that book, it's very childlike, it's very immature. Glitterbug, I think pretending you're pregnant in front of anyone, much less the world, is some kind of sick individual. Yes, because if there was a surrogacy involved, can you imagine how much that would have brought people together? Having, a princess of the UK, and this is back when we liked her. If you'd have, she's using a surrogate. There's plenty of A-list celebrities that have used a surrogate. Nicole Kidman comes to mind, you know, and there's no shame in that. So that's why I'm not sure if I believe it is a surrogate. That's why I wonder if Harry was either unfaithful, or he just got somebody, pregnant in a way that he shouldn't. You know, I've spoken about in my previous video. Because what's interesting to me is around that time as well, that was when William's alleged affair was being circulated. And obviously we know that the rumours have come out that it come from Meghan's camp, that this was being thrown out there. And I wonder if that was deflection. I wonder if it was Harry that actually had the affair, but they were deflecting by making it that William had the affair. And again, could be wrong, but it just seems a bit weird to me that it was kind of all around the same sort of time. The red hair is fake. That's why she used to wear a hat on Archie. Yes, and I agree with that. I don't believe this child. I think this child has sort of darkish brown hair. And I've said before that I think, I mean, I have said, when I was on Twitter, I did say the child that I believe they're used, but out of fairness to this child, because it's not the child's fault that this is happening to them. And I don't know how far they can go with this, because so that's why I'm wondering if there is a real child, but the child is in the UK. And so the child that we're seeing in America is actually a friend of theirs child. Or, I mean, I can't really go into it because I'll probably get banned from YouTube. So I've got to be careful. But I think there's a huge thing going on here. Plus, there's not one mention whatsoever of Meghan's birth in Harry's book. Nothing. Do you mean the kid's birth? Not I think that's what of Meghan giving birth, I think you mean. Well, I haven't got to that bit yet, but if that's the case, then that is very interesting, because one of the most pinnacle things in anyone's life, especially if you've had children, is the arrival of a child, no matter how, whether it's through you've given birth or you've adopted or fostered. It's one of the most amazing things, and it's kind of become the most important thing. So the fact that that's not mentioned in the book is very telling. I might bring that up on a video. Lisa, I also think they use photos of August Brooksbank and passed it off as Lily. Very possibly. And also as well, let's be clear, if they have got information in regards to her yachting days and there is a connection to Andrew, and if that is then that explains why the York sisters have possibly felt inclined to go along with what she's been doing or they've been doing, for fear of what could be released about their dad. Just a theory. Ranting Ryan, it speaks volumes when the Queen herself spoke out in support of Snoop Dogg being allowed into the UK in the 90s, more than the royals have shown support for Meghan. I've forgotten about that. Very true indeed. Yes. Loopy Lou, yes, I think it's all going to hit the fan. I do. Anonymous user, the few pictures I have seen, the children don't grasp the parents in the way children do when they are held. They sort of, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. There's just a disconnect there. It's just not, there's just something very missing here. Sus, I've never known a parent to tell anyone to not ask about their child. Yeah, I agree. You're proud of your children. You want to, I understand the need to keep them private. I absolutely, but there are far more famous people, especially in the States, that keep their children private, but you still see them occasionally, even if their faces are blurred. You still see them out and about. We see nothing. Laurie Liani, well, some people are good at it, like Matt Damon, Julia Roberts, etc., kept their kids pretty invisible. Yeah, but we have still seen pictures of them out and about occasionally, being a normal family. With these two, it's, you've got pictures of Harry on the beach with the dog but no children, Harry riding a bike but no children, going to get a Christmas tree, no children. What's that about? Coming to the UK for how long were they over here for? 3 weeks, 4 weeks? What, they couldn't get on a private jet, nip back and get the children? Who leaves their young children for that length of time rather than bring them over to be with family? The Jubilee, they were allegedly here, yet not on the flight manifest. No pictures of them whatsoever, apart from the fake picture we got on Instagram from their photographer, who conveniently is part of the in crowd of their little group. So yeah, it's just, no, something's off. Maureen, I think Omid Scobie and Doria are the same person. I'm not sure if I believe that, Maureen, but they're definitely the same type of person for sure. Who sold Diana's blue? Oh, okay, Tuppence. Who sold Diana's Blue Cross in auction yesterday? One of the Kardashians bought it. I don't know. And that's interesting. I didn't think that they could sell unless it's to do with the Spencers, but I didn't think that they could sell Diana's jewelry. I'm sure, I definitely know the royal family wouldn't have done it. So does that mean that this is, as Meghan and Harry sold a piece of her jewelry, but they've done it covertly? No, Lee, my husband is a redhead and my son is red. My daughter is jet black. Yes, there we go. So the chance of having another child of the same sort of, characteristics, very, very minimal. Probably nigh on impossible, as they say. Yeah, Millie, that's exactly what I'm wondering. Did Meghan sell Diana's cross? Someone just put, do I think the family are in danger? I mean, they've obviously got the very tight security, but I think after what Harry's done, I think, yes, I think there is a risk. I mean, there's always a risk anyway. They're the royal family, but now, yeah, especially given what he said, absolutely. My cat's name is Karen. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here right now, just getting my coffee and popcorn. Go for it, my lovely. Diana's cross necklace was just on loan to her. The owner of the necklace sold it. I wonder who the owner of the necklace is then. Interesting. Oh, was there a surrogacy story in a newspaper? It's scandalous, really, isn't it? Yes, and I agree, Laurie. How she holds the children is very strange. Very strange. How in the world did MM think she could go against the royal family? Ego. And I think that Harry's just as culpable. I think they're both kind of in it together. It's almost like I feel that they probably got a business relationship now. So it's almost like, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine type thing. I think she's got things on the royal family. He probably has got stuff on her now. And so they're just as in it together. And I think also they've become under the illusion that they're untouchable. And unfortunately, when you've allowed people like this to go on with no repercussions, their ego gets the better of them, and they keep going and going and going. And inadvertently, they will undo themselves, which is now what you're seeing. So I think their own ego thought that they could do this, and they're now realizing that, yeah, they can't. Snowbird, doesn't that mean that her kids cannot be in the line of succession? Yes, it does. And I think there is where the problem is, because those children have been put in the line of succession. So if it comes out that even if there is a surrogacy, the British public are going to be furious, and this will be so damaging for the royal family, because not only, even though a lot of us could understand if it was brought out in the beginning, but it's more so now, the public will go, and Americans and everyone will go, well, if you can lie about that, what else have you lied about? And then that would also potentially give more credence to Meghan and Harry, because even though we don't believe what they're saying, there's going to be a lot of people that will go, well, maybe they were telling the truth all along. So I think this would be huge. And so if Meghan is holding that over the royal family, that would explain why they are letting her get away with what she's getting away with. And that's why I think that for the divorce to happen, there is going to be a huge, huge payout to her. And it will be, if we give you this, you cannot say anything about the royal family ever again. And that's why it will have to be a huge amount for her to agree to that. That's what I think. Lisa, she couldn't have been pregnant on the Oprah interview, just from the way she sat, the way her dress felt, and also to know the sex of the child. She would have needed to be at least 20 weeks gone. Yes, I agree. And also as well, look at the way that she was in the Oprah interview, the sit down bit. And then when she was in the chicken coop, she was huge. She was literally like she was about to pop out quadruplets. She was absolutely huge. And the bump was kind of almost up right underneath her boobs. It was just very bizarre. So it's just, yeah, it's very bizarre to me, this whole thing. But sadly, like I say, I think the royal maybe not so much about Lily, but I think the royal family are in. I do know the truth about Archie. Elephant Wanderer, has-been's brain is fried with drugs, no brain cells left. Yes, I think you and everyone else, we are all in agreement of that. Cambridge's did put up an announcement after the birth stating they used a surrogate. They later retracted it. Yes, now see, this is what I think. I think their PR team or whoever manages their Twitter account put out a post and not realizing that it was not meant to go out, because I know some people have said it's a fake. I don't believe it was. And so I think then possibly that they were going to use the surrogate story, whether it's true or not, don't know, but they took it down. So I do think there's truth to something here. They are not in line for succession if it was a surrogate, though. No, they're not, because it has to be born off her body. But also look at the fact there's no signatures of the doctors either. There's no signatures. Why in the history of royal births were they allowed to not be the only ones to not have signatures for the birth? So yes, Cindy, you're right. Kim Kardashian used a surrogate after the first one, and I think her sister did as well, didn't she? I think recently, hasn't she used a surrogate as well? So yeah, there's no shame in it, and that's why I'm not sure I'm even buying the surrogate, because there's no shame in that. So I wonder if it was, like I say, Harry got somebody pregnant and they had to rush this through. So they had to have Meghan pretend to be pregnant. And that's just what I think anyway. I'm an American, but I can't see that the royal family, or especially the Queen, would have let this go, would they? Well, here's the thing, Georgina. If these rumors about Harry, and this is just me spitballing here, if these rumors about Harry being very aggressive to women, if these are true, and if one of those women fell pregnant, can you imagine the repercussions? I mean, if you look at even what happened with Prince Andrew, can you imagine the darling of the royal family, Prince Harry, being accused of being aggressive to women, and they not only that, getting one of them pregnant whilst in a relationship with Meghan? Can you imagine the devastation that would have caused? So it stands to reason that possibly, if this happened, and I'm saying if this happened, that they are going to want to do damage control, and that is the way to do it. That's what I think. like I say, I could be wrong, but you know, at the end of the day, we know that the royal family paid off the Virginia lady. So we know that if Harry, I mean, that could have been a possibility. They could have maybe tried to use money to pay off the person. I don't know, but I just think if it was a surrogate, if they wanted a child, I don't understand why the royal family would keep that quiet. If they just decided they wanted a child and it was like Meghan can't have children, why would the royal family keep that quiet? Why? What? So just so the child could be in the line of succession? I mean, that's a possibility, and that could then be down to Meghan. But I don't see the Queen going along with that. Just so Meghan could have a child in the line of succession, that the Queen would go, yeah, you know what, let's lie to the public about it. I don't believe she would, but I do believe they would cover something that was very, very damaging to the royal family, that could really hit them hard. So I do believe that would be covered up. And that's just my opinion. Thank you for the lovely donations, guys. I really do appreciate that. Sorry, I'm getting so caught up in the conversation. I'm actually not, I'm missing what I'm saying, missing saying thank you to you guys. So I'm so sorry. But you know what, at the end of the day, like I say, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, you guys, of course you can have your own opinions, of course you can. So you know, I appreciate that not everyone is going to think the same way, but I just something is very off. I just don't believe they would have kept a surrogacy quiet. There's no reason to keep a surrogacy quiet. I don't think the Queen would have signed off on that, just so Meghan could have, you know, unless Meghan was basically saying, well, if you don't do this, then I'm going to expose the stuff I know about Andrew. So there's also that. It could be that too. Don't know. But I definitely think there's something going on. I think that we can all agree on. Yeah, and wasn't there that thing about the Queen going to MI5 or MI6 or something? Wasn't there something about that as well? I might be wrong, but Elephant Wonder, I don't think the Queen knew. Well, I mean, look, like I said, you guys are absolutely entitled to kind of how you think and feel, and I'm never going to tell you otherwise. But I'd be remiss to say, how could she not? Because, you know, these are royal births, and the Queen has to be there. She turned up. She went to visit, and albeit that there was such, she went to is it Frogmore Cottage? She didn't go to the hospital, even though they said that they had the birth at the hospital. There was no royal births at the hospital. I think the doctor, I think the nurse, the doctor's husband come out and said that his wife was not there. So the Queen would have to know something. The Queen would have to know something. Now, yes, Melissa, that is the other thing. Now, it's possible that Harry and Meghan concocted this between themselves, and then at some point, potentially the royal family found out after it was too late. But even so, they still would know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't want to be on the other side of Meghan blackmailing or whatever it is that she's doing. So I don't, and they're human. So I you know, I get it. But, you know, it's, I don't know. I do think they possibly know something. And it was William, was it? Okay, so it was William that went to the MI5. Okay. Joe, it's dodgy as hell. It is. And it sounds like it should be on a film. You know, it's like, it's very, like I say, it sounds very conspiracy theorist, but how else do you explain the fact that with your own eyes, you can see that she was not pregnant? And what I don't understand is, why would they just not announce a surrogacy? Why not? So unless they did this behind their backs, and then who knows? But either way, someone's got some answering to do for sure. Janet, yes, that very possibly. Yes, I do think that something, yeah, it will come out. And maybe now the Queen, maybe because of the Queen, they weren't releasing things. Now the Queen has passed, maybe they will. Maybe they're waiting till after the King's coronation. Don't know. My cat's name is Karen. This is going to be a showdown of who's got the more evil dirt. Yeah, it's very, and it's a shame. And it's a shame that this has been the latter years of the Queen and the beginning of Charles. I mean, it's just such a shame, really such a shame. Kooky Toots, can you imagine the history books on the royals in 100 years' time? I know it's almost like we're talking about Henry VIII or back then. It's like, it's crazy. Snappy Speak, you look lovely, Ems. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. I'm sure you look lovely too. I love it over there. It's like an entirely different place. The water is so much better. Maggie P, hello, my lovely. You've come in at the end because I will be going in a minute because I've got my dinner. But I just wanted to come on and say hi to everybody and spend an hour with you, my lovely bubble family. You know, because I do miss these lives. I love the lives. Serendipity, Charles looks terrible. I know, I feel for him and I feel for all of them. I think it's just so unnecessary. You know, it's one thing to talk about your experience growing up in the royal family, but to do it in the way they've done it is it's just so unforgivable. And I have to think that even as, you know, it's almost like, if you think about it, which is what annoys me with their fan base, this is almost like a member of your family, you having a bit of a falling out with a member of your family, and then the equivalent of that is them either going on social media and putting a public post on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, really lying and slating you to all who will listen. You cannot tell me that the fan base of Harry and Meghan would sit there if a family member did that to them and be like, oh, that's great, well done for speaking your truth, well done. Of course they wouldn't. But because it's about the royal family, because it's about people that they don't particularly like, albeit that they probably don't really have a clue about them anyway, you know, they're sitting there kind of going, yeah, well done, Harry, well done for exposing all the lies. And it frustrates me because it's almost like they attack us for apparently believing what's in the media. But then when you say to them, well, where do you get your information from? Have you got some inside knowledge that we don't know about? Where do you get your information from? It's kind of like crickets, because you must get your information the same place we do. It's just that we make informed decisions based on everything else, and because we think with our critical brain. But yeah, there's no way that they would be okay with a family member doing that. So yeah, it's just frustrating. Yeah, you know what, Kiwi, you are absolutely right. Their fan base would be the one exposing their families, and you're so right, because unfortunately, people that celebrate Harry and Meghan are like them. Usually find that like attracts like. So people that celebrate Harry and Meghan are probably the people that would do exactly the same thing, and that's why they support it. So just catching up on the last few. You're welcome, guys. Kooky, I got called a sugar today because I disagreed with a fellow Megxiteer. Yeah, and that's the thing, is because there are some things that we might agree or disagree on, that you're suddenly called a sugar if you disagree. It's like, it's crazy. It's like, no, we can actually, I can disagree with somebody that doesn't like Harry and Meghan, or I can agree with something they might say if it's intelligent and backed with something. But to be fair, most of the time, not so much. It's like Harold letting the Romanovs get assassinated, telling the Russians where they are. Yeah, pretty much. Yes, guys, and I am listening to you, by the way, where you say you miss Arthur. I know me being in my office now means that you don't get to see Arthur on the bed behind me. So what I might do is, when I do my future lives, I might go back into my bedroom when I do the live, so you get to see Arthur on the live. So hopefully that's a good compromise for you all, because I know you miss him. I look Caroline Allen, I love that. Yeah, calls him Harold. Yeah. Joe, can we see Arthur, please? I will call him and see if he comes in. Hang on, Arthur. Arthur. He's asleep on the bed at the minute. Arthur. Oh, I hear noise. I hear noise. Hey, buddy. You gonna come in? Come in. No, you're gonna come in? Come on, you can do it. Come on, people want to see you. Come on. Come on, in you come. Right, he's coming in. Right, scooch over. Up you get. Come on. Come on. Up you get. You say hello to the people's on the camera. There is Arthur. Yay, there's Arthur. So there you go. You get your Arthur fix. His little Arthur. You was a good boy? You good boy? Yeah. Say hello to the peoples. Say hi to the peoples. Yeah. You want me kiss? You're going to embarrass me now by not giving me a kiss. You want me kiss? Yeah, no. He's got, no, I don't want to. So, yeah. So here is Arthur. But, yeah, I will, I think, yeah, when I do the lives, I will do it so he's on the bed as well. So, yeah, good enough now? Yeah, it's all of enough now. So, yeah, so I will, yeah, I will do on the bed with Ems. Yeah, Julia, we're on the bed with Ems and Arthur night. Possibly. Yeah, if he decides, yeah, because knowing my luck, he'll be just like, yeah, I can't be bothered. You know what dogs are like. They never perform when you want them to. So, so thank you guys so much. Belated Happy New Year. Yeah, belated Happy New Year to all of you. Brenda, hello from Missouri. So if you're coming on now, please don't worry, I will be doing more, and if you've missed this, then once I've uploaded it, you can watch it on the replay. So yeah, see Adams, he is our therapy animal. He's our bubble dog. He's a little mascot. Where is the fan base posting, commenting? Not sure I understand that, Patricia. Simba, thank you. Lisa, hand wave. Yeah, so thank you guys. I'm going to go off and have my dinner now. So thank you for joining me tonight. I really, really do appreciate you very much. And thank you so much for all the new people that have joined and the people that have been stuck with me from the beginning. You know how much I love you and appreciate you. So I will see you in my video that I'll be uploading on Monday. And I promise you, I will come back and do some more lives for you as well. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.